Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about the 2001 film Freddy Got Fingered. I watched this movie just on a whim because I had heard about it, ever since I was a kid. And it was absolutely as bad as everyone had said it was. I didn't find it offensive just because it was too lowbrow to even really be offensive. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah. So this video is really going to be more of a rant than anything. So preceding this is going to be a little intro I did before I watched the film, and then you'll see my reaction. I started taping right after that, right after I finished the film. So if you like any kind of content about film and culture, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for watching. Here is my reaction to Freddy Got Fingered. Alright, so it's early in the morning. Not really ready to film. I need to shower. It's kind of messy, but whatever. I wanted to just film something real quick before I started watching Freddy Got Fingered because I've heard from people that it's absolutely god awful, just unwatchable. And then I know people that like it. I have a friend of mine who's probably about 10 years older than me, target audience when this film came out, and he really likes it. So I feel like my perspective right now is that, it's made by Tom Green, who, is a like or hate person. And so I know that it's going to be divisive, but I feel like if it's a Hollywood movie, there's going to be something, some kind of satire that I can pick up out of it. So I guess what I'm saying is that at this moment, I'm fairly optimistic. It was bad, and I almost feel offended, and not because of the content, but because just how unprofessionally it was made, and how hard it was to follow, how poorly it was edited. The sound was terrible. There were parts of it that was so loud, and just screaming was going on with really loud music in the background, and it was just like an attack on the senses, a nonsensical attack on the senses. This is honestly going to be more of a rant than a review, but I am going to give you some specific reasons why I think that this film is just total garbage and not funny. It's not subverting any kind of expectations. It's not some masterful art piece. This is just total garbage and a total waste money and a total waste of time of all the other people involved, really. So this is a 2001 film starring Tom Green, directed by Tom Green, and a cast of a bunch of unfortunate people. Wikipedia describes this as an American surreal black comedy film. And I guess you could call it that. There wasn't really much of a plot. It was more of just setups for scenes for Tom Green to scream and run around. Everything that could possibly be offensive, anything you could do to someone to be offensive, he pretty much just does to anyone and everyone. But there's no setup, there's no context. He's just kind of going for it all the time. There's a scene where someone tells him that he has to get into the characters because he's writing a comic book. Tom Green is, I guess. He can't seem to do anything right, but he's a comic book artist. But he can't do anything else and is a total just man-child. But he has a driver's license. The guy tells him he has to get into the character. So he finds a dead deer on the side of the road, and guts it and runs around in the street. I guess it was gross out, but not in an offensive way. I guess it was shocking, but it wasn't funny. It was just a total waste of time. And I'm not going to spend too much of your time talking about this because then that would just be wasting your time. But I'm here to pretty much just say that this film is a huge waste of time. What other kind of nonsense do we got here? Nothing that happens matters, and it's not in any kind of way that's funny or that makes any kind of sense. And I get that it's supposed to just be absurd and surreal, but the characters are so inconsistent. The girl that he's dating, she's a nurse. So Tom Green, he lies to her. She catches him in the lie. It's insinuating that she's kind of smart, she's kind of the voice of reason, but then instantly, like 10 seconds later, she's like, what do you do? And he's like, I'm an artist. And she's like, oh, what do you draw? Fruit? And it's like, wait, so is she a total idiot? Or it's just there's no consistency, but it's the inconsistency isn't to like subvert your expectations in some artful way that's funny. It's just to be stupid. Like, it's just to be stupid. There's nothing more to it. Like, I was hoping that there was going to be something more. So the characters are dumb when they need to be dumb, and they're smart when they need to be smart, but it's so inconsistent that they can't even, like, be smart or dumb for an entire scene. Like, it flip-flops every, like, 10 or 15 seconds. It's total mindlessness. And it's just edited so weird, and the way the scenes are set up just doesn't make any sense. Like, I'll give you an example. So, his best friend is played by the cop character that drinks the pee in Dumb and Dumber. I don't know his name. So the shot is set up to where he's walking down the stairs in Tom Green's house that he doesn't live in. He walks down the stairs, turns, and sees Tom Green's character in the living room. And he's like, what are you doing? But it's like the way the shot is set up, it's like, why is he in your house? This was just a level of stupidity that was beyond parody. Like, it wasn't smartly made. What was the budget for this? Okay, so the budget was $14 million. Stupid, 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 F minus, 0 out of 10 horse dicks. This film sucked. Trying to clean up my language on these videos, but it was just horse. Just no. No. Alright, so that's Freddy Got Fingered. This is probably, I don't know, this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. And I'm not talking about, like, fun bad. Like, I've seen Birdemic, I've seen Troll 2. Worst movie I've ever seen, in my opinion, is After Last Season. That film, god-awful, so unprofessional. Like, it's so bad that there's just, like, paper over all the walls. This is $14 million. I am assuming that Tom Green's point was, let's see how much money we could just, like, flush down the toilet. How low can we go? Like, he accomplished that, but it wasn't done smartly. It seemed like it was just, I mean, $14 million. There was a part where it seemed like they used two totally different cameras in a shot. Like, the color grade just totally switched for like 10 or 15 seconds. And I'm like that's why I'm shocked that it's a studio movie. I would understand if, like, the budget was really low, but when you have that much money, there's just no excuse for total garbage. If you made it this far into the video, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel below if you like any kind of content about film and culture. Usually in these videos, I try to tie what I watched in or what I'm talking about in with, like, culture and try to give it a little bit of perspective. This film has absolutely none of that. So if you stuck around, which no one probably did, but if you did, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon.